we're missing a Jedi and we're missing a little girl.
Wait.
Is that a guy wearing robes? Hey.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are excited to give our take on episode 3 where the big duel goes down. I lost some of the other footage, but we still have that part, so stick around and let us know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with me, or do you agree with Brad?
Darth Vader got to show up and be as badass as he was on that walk-in. Was cool. You know, he was one-handing him, just...
Yeah, and
he was just...
everyone's like,
no. Which, you know, Lord help Luke if Obi Wan ever had to actually fight anybody to protect Luke on Tatooine, because he was getting destroyed.
Okay, that is the one thing that I didn't like, is how weak Mr. Obi Wan Kenobi is. Like he's like and whack. It's just so lame. The whole fight scene was anticlimactic, but I mean, it might be that, yeah, sure, you had this really stupid one. Maybe they're gonna have one later that's a lot
oh, they
cooler.
will. I think they absolutely will. Like, they're not gonna leave it at this.
But they're just teasing it. That's what this was a little teaser.
I'm happy that they're being consistent. If Obi-Wan is truly not training, which is dumb, but if he's not and he can't fight at all, and he's gonna get his butt kicked by Darth Vader, at least he gets his butt kicked by Darth Vader. At least they were consistent. Like, if he just pulled sounds like that probably wouldn't have been as consistent with what they've played him to be.
Right.
So I appreciate that. I wished that he would have gotten away in a more believable fashion.
Yes.
Versus, pew! Yeah, like one blaster shot in the fire and then he just stands there. Because I believe that Vader would not have let him go. He's so rage-filled. He's been living this moment for 10 years. I mean, he can already use the Force. Like, that was not going to stop him at all.
Yeah, they could have done it. I think they were trying to make it look like he let him go. I really love the symbolism of the fire, like just raking him through the coals and burning him as Obi-Wan did to Anakin. I thought that was really cool. You did this to me, now I'm doing it to you. Now what?
Very Anakin.
Yeah.
You know?
I thoroughly enjoyed this episode. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So, overall... well, we can get to our ratings. My rating for this episode is a 3 out of 10 for me.
Hold up, let me explain. It's hard to believe that they actually got to this planet, okay? We have the Empire there, bounty hunters there, trackers, a lightsaber, a parkour genius. She could have cut a hole in that ship and stopped them from even leaving. But okay, so they get to the planet, that's fine. Let's just get there. From the point in time they arrive on the planet, we've got all kinds of things going on. We've got Obi-Wan, who follows through with the plan of somebody he doesn't even know if he should be able to trust. I mean, they never actually found out how Reva knew they were there. Did the guy turn on them and this is all a trap? Or are they tracking Leia somehow? Yet, he goes to the spot anyway. And then once he gets there, he snaps his personality immediately and just gets mad and says, "Nobody's here. I told you we can't trust anyone." Instead of going off and hiding in the woods or just watching the spot for a little bit, he jumps to these conclusions. And then despite jumping to that conclusion, lets Leia walk all over him and go over to this truck. I don't feel like that's how Obi-Wan would have actually approached a situation like this. Despite that, it's hard to believe that those stormtroopers who are looking for a Jedi and a lost girl don't question these two any further than asking them their name and what they're doing. And the bounty hunters have pictures, but the stormtroopers don't. So how would they ever know if they found the people they're looking for? Once we go through all the fighting, our boy Obi-Wan tries to hack a gate that they could actually just walk around. And so you just wonder, what's going on here? At least he can shoot again though, so that's good. Now, once they have their new rebel friend and they're going to hide, so they wait until after successfully passing an inspection before they decide that they're compromised and have to move their timetable up. When in reality, you've been scanned, it's time to leave the planet. Move all of your timetables, because the longer you wait, the tighter the grasp will become. And of course we have some cinematic things, just like Obi-Wan in the last episode, teleporting down to Leia after he saved her from falling to death. Now he teleports out of the city to confront Vader, who also teleports out of the city to confront him, and then winds up directly on top of him in an attack. And to top it off, Reva, finding this tunnel, somehow passes Leia, who's running through the tunnel with a head start, and then is at the end of the tunnel when Leia gets there. That kind of thing is very strange and teleporting and mind-breaking for me. So anyway, that's why I gave it a 3 out of 10. And now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
A 3 out of 10 for me. Because wanting these different moments, Like, I'm watching Stranger Things. That's a great show.
Great.
The writing, the plot, the characters, everything about that is really great. And I'm like, why can't we have that level of awesome and have our Star Wars characters at the same time? Why does it have to be one or the other? And the truth is because it's Disney writing for children. It doesn't matter about all that other stuff because it's Star Wars and cool, but Disney can make good shows. And so I'm just like, why can't we have a good Star Wars show? It's going like 75% of the way, if that.
I'm trying to think of why I give it such a pass. Because I'm like, oh, it's Star Wars. It's Obi Wan Kenobi. It's Ewan McGregor in front of me again. And like that, I feel like is probably a bigger deal to me than a crappy story. I don't know if it is crappy. I would say 75% is a good estimate. To me, to you, it's probably high. Coming into your house this afternoon, I would have given it an 8 out of 10. But I'll give it a 6 because you're right. There's a lot of things in there that aren't very believable. The Obi Wan that I know would not let Leia walk all over him. He would assert his dominance. The Obi Wan that I know would not run away. The Obi Wan that I know would stand up for what he believes is right. It was still solid. I think what happened for me is the Obi-Wan Vader thing really overshadowed everything. Because at the end of the day, that's all I remember from it, and that's all I'm going to take away. Like, if you say, hey, that Obi-Wan Vader reveal, that I'm not going to remember anything other than that from this episode 3 weeks from now. So,
Fair enough.
That's where I'll give it a 6.
It's kind of interesting, you know. They always say talk to people on the other side. Well, I'm definitely on the 3 side of things with this one, and Brad's not. And we have different opinions on it because we care about different things in these shows.
Yep.
So if you enjoy seeing Brad and I discuss these things and talk about our opinions on them, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. All right, cool beans. Peace.
Bye.